gotta stand up here for a second as well, guys. I'll be honest. Okay? I'm trying to be a good boyfriend. So my girlfriend bought me these brand new golf pants, and I want to go golfing later, so I tried them on before work. Like right now, they are extremely tight at this moment, and I just don't think they're for me. I mean, I feel like that these are not going to be my style. I have a wedgie. You know, there are shares available to short over on SFWL. Definitely risky, but at the same time, if this play cannot hold its gains, guess what? We are going to come crashing all the way back on down. But if this one does start collapsing here, we could easily see this thing fade itself all the way on off. SFWL already starting to fall apart. AK, you think that's done with?
I would say as long as it can hold somewhere around, you know, your rule, that 870 kind of seems to be about the midway, that 50% retracement area, right around 875, the VWAP's around that area. If it can hold that and those lower shadows through 8, I think it can do the whole up, down, kind of like we saw with OMH yesterday. Oh, it's going down, it's done. Oh, whoa, what? OMH is holding back up at 15. What? You know, do one of those moves. But it's got to hold your 875, $8 area. Or yeah, it's definitely gonna be timber all the way down into the 6s.
SFWL, I did jump in on this play right before it got halted. I don't want to be this guy though, because it's like, oh, you didn't tell us you jumped in on this play, but then the thing is, I'm doing great on this play, so I don't want to be like, oh, and then show trades after I've already made them. So I hate doing that.
Right.
But I was just locating shares to short, just jumped in over on this play, got filled on this play, 1041, 1041, 1041, 1041, 1041. I am short 5,000 shares. I'm up $2,552. Any gap down underneath $10, taking my profits. Why did I jump in on it? I just saw these upper shadows, and I just said to myself, hey, upper shadow, after a stock just ran from $4 to $12, I'm gonna give this a chance. So that is the reason why I jumped in on this play. What I'm actually hoping for right here is an SFWL big gap down on this play. That's what I'm looking for. An SFWL large gap down. If we can gap on down. Oh, guys, we're live. SFWL, we are live right here. We are live. I'm currently up, what, $2,800? Oh man, SFWL. I'm in on this play right now. I try to actually get on out. I'm still in on this stock right here. I'm looking for a dump. There we go. Nice dump. 2,500. Locking it up. Oh! $2,672 in profit, ladies and gentlemen. Profit, ladies and gentlemen.
Pause.
Times are weird, guys. They're a little tight. Times are weird. Sitting on a live stream. These little fuzzy, nice little tight pants. Look how tight these pants are. I think they are honestly shrinking as we go. Okay? Great job, everyone. I am looking to get filled, as I said, in this region. I am going to place a stop loss at this region. And I would like to be able to make profit all the way down towards this region. So take a look at how cool this is. This is saying, if I lose, I'm gonna lose about 700 bucks. If I win, I'm gonna end up winning about 2,000 bucks. Which is giving me a little bit over about a 2.5 win ratio. That's pretty good. And we also have a stock that's already up 270%. Traders, let's get ready. This one's gonna be opening on up in 12 seconds here. See if this one spikes back up in the 240s, and then we start getting a drop back on down. Here we go. We got 4 seconds, 3 seconds left. 2, 1, TRVN. TRVN's live. TRVN did not get filled. Looking for a little pop from the 240s first to be able to get filled. Got filled on one. I am in. If we get halted on the downside, I'll take just my 2,000 shares. Guys, okay. Hey, we'll take it. We nailed the top. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take it. We nailed the top. We're up $432 on the day, $981 on this trade, and we should be able to make a little bit more. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
And if you guys are saying, Deck, how did you know we were going to get any sort of little upper shadow back on up before we dump back on down? Let's break this on down. Look how cool this is, everyone. Notice we have, starting off, higher low, run up consolidation. I'm going to say that's consolidation, but in an upwards manner. Then guess what we had? We had the overextended move. Here is the overextended move where TRVN basically goes straight up. Now we have our top. We didn't try to guess what is going to be the top. We waited for the upper shadow top. Then TRVN got the dump. Now what I noticed out of this play, this second red candle, after we had our first halt, it actually led to a little bit of a pop before a dump, and now we should get a nice big gap down. Nice big gap down to pay us on out even more. So we had small run up, the higher lows, overextended move. We had upper shadow, 2 red candles with a little bit of a pop. Now we get halted for 5 to 10 minutes, should have a nice big gap down, and from there, I do think we're going to fade back down towards $2 or lower, but yes, there could be that little random, green candle, little pop, upper shadows, whatever it may be. Now let's just go on a bigger scale. We have our uptrend consolidation. Here's your number one. Here's your number one. Here we have our overextended move. Here's our number two. Here's our number two right here. Here we have our upper shadow. Here's our number three. Here's our number three. We have the stock open on up, little pop on up. I noticed we get that little pop on up. That's where I got in on my entry right there. And now we got the dump on down. We're looking for a nice large gap down. And after this nice large gap down, we're looking to get out somewhere right around 206. Should pay on out another $200. We should be able to make roughly around $1,100 on this trade. TRVN, 3, 2, 1. TRVN. TRVN, 1015, taking my profits. Boom, guys. $989 profit. All right. $989 bones, baby. I'll take it. I know what is on everybody's mind right now. Every single person at this time is asking themselves the same exact thing. Saying, Deck, your haircut is fantastic.
Ooh, I like your cut, G.
And you know what? We'll talk about that a different time, at a different day, on a different area. Right now, we got to talk about the stock market, but I just wanted to address the elephant in the room.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
BHG, notice how we're trying to get a little bit of this pop up here. Just like to see, can we get that momentum? Can we get that action? Can we see this thing start turning back on down? So if BHG could ever pop itself on up a little bit higher, I would look to go ahead and get involved on some shares to short, just because I know usually around 50 cents, these always have trouble. So BHG is still trying to move itself on up. Still breaking that 40 cent mark. You can see the ask where we need to keep on going up. The bids are above 40, which is a great sign. Nice little, pop right here. We got up towards 40.091. I need to see more up towards, again, like 44, 45, 46, 43 at least. Let's start getting a little bit more hype. Stock right now is currently up 55% at this moment. I don't believe BHG has any sort of news. Did have a green candle, trying to continue to pop itself on up here a little bit more. BHG's high of the day, 41 cents, looking to be able to break through that. And if we can get up towards around 45 cents, that's where I would want to start getting involved. So here we go. Gonna start getting my first little bit over on this play. There we go. BHG getting more shares filled. As we start turning and dropping near 50 cents is just going to be profit. We can lock in profits if this stock falls on down underneath, 39, 38. That's where we want to start locking in some gains. So that is going to be a little bit tough to go underneath that area. Just a little heads on up. But if we can crack the VWAP, if we can crack 40 cents, we should get a nice, fade back on down, which is going to be very solid. It looks like it wants it. It's edging its way, looking for that possible dump. Can we get that Dumparooski coming on up here? Can I get a Dumparooski? We got a nice little VWAP touch up 376. A little bit of a bounce still. Come on, we're looking for that dump all the way back on down here. Looking for that dump back on down. There's 404. Let's crack 40. Crack 40. We're at again. Watch the bids. The bids are trying to hold up 40.62, 40.61. And we got 40.60, 40. Here we go. Starting, we're at 526. Let's see a 39 and a 38, and let's take our profits and just enjoy. There's 40. There's 40. There's 40 right here. We got to crack 40 here. 40 is going to be tough. 40 crack, 39 crack, $681. 40 trying to hold. 40 trying to hold right here. I'm taking some gains at the 40s just because it is trying to hold here slightly. It's getting a little bit of a bounce play. I'm still watching the bids crack the 40s. I took some profits off the top. I got 6,460 stocks left. We got to look for this drop on down. 39.37, 39.69. If I see 40 pop on up, I'm going to take my profits and just get out. We got 39.40. Watch the bids. The bids are definitely declining. The bids are getting weaker. That shows scared and weakness. Shows again, they're acting like a whole bunch of up there. Oh, let's see. Can we crack 3 nines? There's it. It's 634. Remember, we want to get to that blue line if we can. Blue line's the target. Right now, we are underneath the ask. The ask is 38.72. Big sell order right here. There's 653 in gains at this moment. There's a drop, 657. Coming down a blue line. I'm taking my profits, guys. I'm getting out. 576. All right, I'll take it. We are honestly getting tighter and tighter and tighter as we go. The day goes on. I think, again, we have Enrique ripping up again 98 degrees in the office. I'm starting to sweat. They're starting to get a little tighter. Up on up, S&P 500, little bit of a spike on up right here. I'm going to actually look for a possible entry here. I'm in on this play. I'm going put side, seeing if this is going to basically hit this VWAP and get rejected back on down. If it does pop, it's going to go up to 413.12 if it does pop. and I'm going to add up near 413.12. So I'm actually going to look for a little bit of a pop and then a reversal right back on down, back down towards the VWAP. We are going to be able to make some profit. How high is this play going to go up towards? Honestly, at this point, we're most likely going to go up towards this purple line, or we're going to go on up towards 413.75-ish mark. This is the next area we're going up to. So, Deck, why did you jump in? I jumped in because we cracked the VWAP. VWAP always holds up as resistance. We hit the VWAP, we broke through the VWAP. Buyers came on in. Now that we are above the VWAP, buyers are in control, not sellers. But it really just comes on down to how long do I want to hold? I'm most likely, and when I say most likely, probably 99% sure, I'm going to have to go through more pain before I start seeing, you know, more profit. At the same time, I don't want to be displaying bad habits. What's bad habits? Oh, Deck, you're in the red and you're still holding on to this play. I am. Why? I'm going to have a stop loss if you get above that purple line. If you break that purple line, I unfortunately have to get out. I'm probably going to end up taking about like a $5,000 loss, which is not fun. My one major error was once it broke the VWAP, you should just cut out right here. We wanted to get in at 412.80, 412.75. Above 413.10, not a good play anymore. Here comes that purple line touch. Hopefully that's the pain, and now we can get the profit. So if we are going to get a reversal, this should be the reversal if it happens. We got a nice little drop on down. Trying to put ourselves back into the opportunity zone. And that purple line, our safety net, is helping us on out. Looking to see if the S&P 500 can crack underneath that 413 mark again. Crack underneath 413. Let's destroy some dreams here today, baby. We're currently down still $2,000, but at least we're moving in the right direction at this time. Crack the VWAP. Crack the VWAP here. Let's get ourselves back. Now we're starting to crack it. Come on, baby. It's taking some time, but first I was scared and I was petrified. Can we get ourselves in the green somehow? Right now we're down $1,400. Can we start seeing this drop on down? We're down to 412.50. Can we start getting ourselves in the green somehow? Can it be possible? I believe in miracles. Now we're starting to fall. Let's see it keep going. Now we're up $1,200. Now we're gonna lock in our gains right here. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh, baby! Get the fuck off me!
Take your frustrations and point them at me, and then you guys can insult me. Here I am.
You guys want to see something good today? We're bringing something good to the house. Maybe I'll start a GoFundMe for some bigger pants, because I'll be honest, guys. I'm starting to lose feeling down there. At this point, I'm starting to lose feeling. I don't even know what I am at this point.